What's up, everyone? I'm the Slasher Movie Reviewer, and I am a huge fan of Suzanne Collins' The Hunger Games. I love this book so much, and I'm very, very excited for the film that's coming out. And I kind of wanted to show my excitement, so I asked Hunger Games fans questions regarding the upcoming film, and I told themselves to record themselves answering these questions. Then I would take the videos, trim them down, and take the best responses into this little video. So, yeah, without further ado, enjoy.
The first question is, what do I think of the cast of The Hunger Games? I think it's phenomenal. I think the best choices, my favorite choices is Jennifer Lawrence and Josh Hutcherson. I think they're perfect for Katniss and Tilda, because those are my two main favorite characters in the book. And
I think that the cast do a really great job of The Hunger Games, because even though they're not my exact image of the cast, I think the casting directors have picked some really great actors and actresses for The Hunger Games, and they're going to bring this movie to life really well.
Well, I was actually quite pleased with the casting, and I feel that everyone's going to deliver, especially Jennifer Lawrence. After I finished reading the first book, I looked her up on Internet Movie Database to see the movies she's been in, and I saw Winter's Bone. And after I watched that, I knew I wanted her cast as Katniss, because the role that she plays in that movie called for a lot of things that Katniss had to do.
I think the cast is amazing. I'm so glad to have them in the movie, and I watched them all in other movies and thought of them as fantastic. When I heard that Woody was playing Haymitch, I was thinking to myself, how on earth did they get the perfect person? I was a little skeptical of Jennifer Lawrence, but I knew she could pull it off.
I think that the cast is amazing. I couldn't have really chosen any better. Okay, that's a lie. I don't like Gale. And Haymitch's character, the actor-wise, is amazing. But just I did not picture him looking like that. But he can pull it off by his acting, which is really all that matters. And I would have loved to be Katniss, but it was kind of a far-fetched dream for me.
That I would like to see the most is the cornucopia scene, because that just really puts things in motion, and you get to see how Katniss is going to react based on her situation that she sees in front of her. Unlike the book, we're not going to get to hear her inner thoughts. At least I don't think we are.
I'm most looking forward to the scenes when Peter's leg is infected and Katniss is caring for him in the cave, because those sorts of scenes were really cute in the book when it was just Katniss and Peter.
Just the scenes between Katniss and Peter, because and the action scenes, all the action scenes, and the chemistry between Peter and Katniss, because I just love that chemistry in the book, and I think if they do it right, I think it's going to be really good.
I actually have a tie between Peeta and Cinna for spot number 1, then Cate was spot number 2.
My favorite character is Peter. I love Peter. He's so awesome and sweet, and if I could bring one book character to life, it would be Peter.
Okay, my favorite character of The Hunger Games is Peeta, because when I first read the book, I was like, oh my god, I really can relate to this character. He's such that nice guy. He helps his friends. He'll help his family, no matter what. He has Katniss' back no matter what, and he will do anything for Katniss. And
I would honestly have to say Cinna, and they're all on this Cinna. They're all on the same, to me they're all equal, but Cinna is my favorite because he's he predicts everything, and he's so prepared, and the fact that he could prove Katniss wrong, that not everyone in the capital is like that, how he can be genuinely nice and everything, it's just it just makes me feel like he's so safe and with good arms to be in.
The book that I would really like to see turned into film, and I'm really excited for, is Mockingjay. Mostly because my favorite part of the series is in that book, and I'm not going to give any spoilers, but that moment, it just shows the bond that two people can have over time, and just things that they've been through, and I really enjoy that scene because of it.
I'm most looking forward to seeing Mockingjay being turned into a film. The book was one of the most emotional ones I have read, and I would like to see how the actors would play that out.
Into film. I'm most looking forward for the Hunger Games because that is the first book I've ever fell in love with, and I did fall in love with the other books after, but that is the first book ever that I fell in love with. I know it sounds really weird, but it's true. So I'm most looking forward to that because it starts everything. Everything starts there, and it just matches. Everything matches because of the first book, which is why I'm most looking forward to it.
President Coin, I've always kind of felt Helen Mirren would do a good job. For Johanna, there's actually a short on YouTube for Johanna, and I would really like the girl who did that short to play her. I really feel she would be able to deliver in those emotions that she has captured in her own short film. And best for last, Finnick and Annie, my absolute favorite characters. I will always, even if they don't get chosen, which I really hope they do, I will always ship Garrett Hedlund and Zooey Deschanel as Finnick and Annie. I have seen a couple of their films and what they can do, and they would have such good chemistry together, and I feel that some of the roles they have done would have really prepared them already to take on these two characters that go through so much emotional strain.
For Finnick, I'd like James Gainsford to play Finnick. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that correctly, but he played Finnick in the Mainstay Productions miniseries, and he did a really great job, and he's exactly what I think of when I think of Finnick. Let's wait for the cars. For Annie, I'd really like a girl called Alfie Wright to play Annie because she's a really great actress and she really, really wants it. So I'd be thrilled if she played Annie. For Johanna, I'd like a girl called Maggie Grace, or Maggie Grace the actress, because I think she'll do a good job, even though she hasn't got darkish hair, which I always imagined Johanna with. She can be dyed, and I think she'll do a good job. She would do a good job. For President Coin, I love Jodie Foster. Definitely Jodie Foster, because I love her acting in all the movies she's been in.
For me, I want Ryan Gosling to play Finnick because I think he'll be just perfect, and like having an Academy Award nominee, Hunger Games, be awesome. And Ryan Gosling can do anything. He's a great actor, and I think he should be Finnick. And who should play Anna? I think Zooey Deschanel because I think she's just.
Really think the two things are alike at all, and I do not have anything against Twilight or the people that read it. It's just not my thing. I'm more post-apocalyptic genre, but I feel that both of these books, they have their own set of plots and own storylines and own characters, and each way they're both very popular and they show a different side of life that you don't really get to see, and not every book is going to be the same or have the same story or same characters, so I feel that books really shouldn't be compared to one another because every single one of them is different.
The Hunger Games is nothing like Twilight. I get where some people are saying it's just another young adult sensation, But if you're just comparing that, then why not compare it to Harry Potter? Give it at least something respectable to compare it to.
It's because it's not pretty much the book's not about the romance. It's about the the struggle of them in the Hunger Games and everything, and how to get through it. And Twilight is about it's how it's important to have a boyfriend, and I think it's not that great of a message. And I think the Hunger Games is in my opinion, a better book and a better series.
Can say about really, cause it relates to my life a lot, and I fell in love with, like, I've always wanted to be a writer ever since like grade 4. I've written a whole bunch of little stories, and like her writing was so beautiful and like well put. That's why I can just say that I fell in love with the books, and it means like the world to me. Like it's like my Bible. I don't even have a. The Hunger Games is my Bible. I pray to Suzanne Collins. But yeah, I think it's just a great book, and I love it. It's my life now. Like I can honestly say that every day. I say something like, oh, that reminds me of the Hunger Games, blah blah blah.
But the main reason that I really love the Hunger Games is because I've had so many opportunities to meet so many different new people, and I may not look like it or seem like it, but I'm actually really shy, and I'm not very good at talking to people. And I can't explain like how many people I have met just from reading the Hunger Games and joining a group on Facebook and subscribing to people on YouTube and talking to them. And I love everyone that I've come to know, and it feels like we've been friends for years, which it's only been a couple months. But I'm really glad I read this series, because all the people that I know and things that I've been presented with may not have been in my hands. Like, they may not have been put there in front of me to decide what I was going to do with them.
Why do I love the Hunger Games? That's like asking, why do I love my parents or my boyfriend or my friends? It's like, because I do. Because it's so hard to explain, but I just have a connection with the book that makes me love it so much.
I love the story. It gives so much detail into the works of war, friendship, and corrupt government. It points out where America is heading if we don't change our ways. There are so many emotions behind the story, and the reader can connect with the characters.
So there you have it. I hope you really, really enjoyed it, and I hope you're just as excited as some of those they are. And I want to thank everyone who submitted a video in for me. You guys were awesome. I loved it, loved it, loved it, loved it, loved it. You guys were awesome that I asked, and I really, really, really hope that y'all will go check out the film on March 23rd. I know I am. I'm so, so excited. So definitely hit the subscribe button. Check me out if you want to see my review for it, or come back later, because I will definitely be reviewing it, and I will probably be reviewing it twice, a spoiler version and a non-spoiler version, just because we love the book so much. So yeah, so let's say bye. So until next time, I'm the Slasher Movie Reviewer, and you guys just been slashed.